game.
Yes, I actually think certain boss fights can be way harder in this game, just because you're in an open world. And when you're in an open world, you get stuck on random shit you can't see or know is there. How's it supposed to know there's a fucking roof and I can't roll left to dodge his attack, right? Alright, so Remote Drone, thank you for a $4.20 tip. It's a huge fan, love your playthrough, you do a big change. Nobody treats their audience like you do. Well, I don't know if you're being facetious and a jerk or if you're actually
Don't blink is your brain cool commercial. You guys are doing well, having a wonderful day on this 21st June 2026. I know the hair looks like crap. I'm an hour away from going to sleep. Yeah, an hour and a half away from going to sleep. We're doing a video that I was not supposed to do, which is why I look like this. My apologies, but there's a good reason for that, which is the beautiful, beautiful weather. It is absolutely phenomenal outside. So I wanted to come out, and do a small video. I was supposed to do it tonight, but I just can't, I can't pass on the occasion of such a nice sunrise. And if it's Father Day, I'm a mama's boy, but I love my dad. And I'm a mama's boy, but when I'm really a father, so. Craziest thing is, I remember exactly last year what we did for Father's Day, which is very, very simple. I went to this place on the lake shore where there's a giant clock tower, and I did a 45 minutes video of my father. I bought the, I bought the cartoon father skin on Fortnite, so, it was Cleveland Brown, it was Bob Burger, and it was Hank Hill. You guys remember that, right? It was last year. And this year they did the cartoon mom, with shout out for the equality, right? Last year I did an homage to my dad. And ultimately speaking, again, the guy is fantastic. The guy is super worth getting to be known, super worth being the dude that he is. He's a good role model for what a father should be, right? I don't look like I had a dad, but I did. So if I know myself, I know I would do the exact same videos, right? I'm gonna check out something. See, I wasn't supposed to do this video this morning. That's why every single phone's gonna have a small battery. You know why? Because stupid weather, and they're not stupid, they're just, which happened to the best of us, happened to the worst of us, told me that this morning, just like every single other morning, there's not going to be a sunrise, 50%, so yeah. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? And then I'm like, okay, well, what I like to do, even if there's no sunrise at 5 o'clock, which is when the sun is rising, I like to come out and just look at the weather, show that there's no sunrise. I apologize to the viewers in the behind the scene. And today I saw it and I was like, holy shit, it is gorgeous. It is flawless. It is something that is really, really worth seeing. So this morning I want to come out and just do a small video. And this small video is not about my dad, even though I like him a lot, but me being a father, you know. Um, I'm not gonna lie, I'm 23 years old. The thought of becoming a father is something that I've thought about a lot. And it's kind of cool because you never know what's gonna happen. Maybe next year I have a girlfriend, maybe we're talking about having a family. Now I'm single, I'm out of a job, and talking about becoming a father. So definitely not it. But I had a lot of friends that had a kid and they were not ready, or they were told they were not ready, or they felt they were not ready, and the kid came in and it was the biggest blessing in their life. Sometimes you need a ass kick, you need a ass kicking, and people to tell you like, hey, dude, I'm nervous about the batteries, of course, but should be fine, I guess. No, but so and then last year I had no perspective of a girlfriend because behind every great man there's a woman, and behind every great woman there is another woman, but there's also the men, right? And last year what I loved is that I talk about my father a lot. So 3 years I talked about my dad. 4 years ago I talked about my dad. Last year I did. This is the fifth year we're doing content, so it would have been hard to do a video when I'm not making content, right? And what was I saying is I I finished the video with, we talked a lot about the mom, and we pay attention and we pay praises for the mom because she carried a kid and she feeds the kid, and after that you get a postpartum depression, and there's a lot with getting pregnant, and it's tough. Wouldn't want to be in your shoes, ladies, but the father is still there. The father was still there, and I think that in some cases I was I was in some cases the dude is respected, but not every single case. I was watching a movie, I don't remember what it was. I think it's Stepdad or something like that. Not with Adam Sandler. It's a great movie. It was another movie with Chris from The Sopranos. And the movie is three dudes, right? And the three dudes, they all get a kid, right? And it's like three fuck ups. They're smoking weeds and jobless, and then they have a kid. All three of them have a kid, and around the same time. And the movie is horrible. It's not funny. It's a comedy that's not funny about dude in the role of being a father. I'm like, okay, well, I didn't really like this movie, but then there's so little movies about dads themselves. Tell me a couple. Well, I did say, yeah, I'm thinking about it, and there's a flagrant example that comes to my mind, and this is where I get to be as old as I want. And this is Williams, rest in peace, with his Mrs. Doubtfire, which is a dude that didn't have a stable job. Because he didn't have a stable job, he lost the care of his kids. And because he lost the care of his kid, he disguised himself as a nanny. And he disguised himself as a nanny, and he becomes a good father. So once again, and again, I'm not complaining, I'm not saying anything, but you got the portrayal of a man who has to disguise himself as a woman to be able to be a good caregiver, to be able to be, there's a specific word for that, motherly, right? How often did you hear the word motherly? How often did you hear the word fatherly, right? We all know the importance of a man, and it's the authority, it's the it's the presence, it's the cadence, right? Um, there's all these things that you have to understand, that these things that you have to take in consideration, right? Right now, am I going to be a father tomorrow? No. If I was dating a girl and she was like, okay, well, my kids, you're gonna meet them, you're gonna be their stepfather. I'm like, dude, there's better choice out there, right? Although I'm very grateful because she chose me, but it's not the case. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that because I do feel like it is so important because yes, Today is Father's Day. You know, Men Mental Health Month is this month. Did you hear about it? No, no, right? Then you don't have a woman mental health month, so then it's not even better. But yeah, I feel as a father, you know, um, when I was a kid, and get that's a true story. This is insane. But when I was a kid, people would ask me, what would I want to do? And then I got ADHD. I was a weird kid. So my answer was weird, right? Right. My answer was I wanted to be a Super Saiyan. I wanted to be a Pokemon catcher. Yeah. And then, apparently, at a very young age, I said something along the lines of, I don't know, as long as I have a family and kids that love me, I'm good. And this was seen as a proof of maturity, right? But is it the simplicity of being a dad? Is it the importance of being a dad? You know? Was it because of my failing relationship with my father? Was it a bit of daddy issues that I don't have, of course? But in a way, well, me and my father, we didn't have the best relationship when I was growing up. So because of that, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna be a good father. You're a shitty father, which he wasn't, but he was strict. Fuck that, you know. And yeah. You know, and it's tough because do I picture myself as a father? I would love that one day. All of this, the 5 years that I spent making content has been the best years of my life. They've been the most meaningful years of my life. They've been the most creative years of my life. There's always going to be this side of me that's like, dude, you did something very cool. But if I was a father, I would never do that. You know, I would get a job on the morning, beg people, like, dude, please, I got kids. You know, responsibility. We talk about growing up. For a lot of people, becoming a father is becoming a man, right? And there's just like a life, right? Which is birth, boys, men, death, you know? I don't know where a grandparent fits, but still. And then as a father, that's also something I want to give my kids, my parents, grandkids. So there's not this pressure. It's not necessarily this pressure about being a father or becoming a father, but there is this desire to be a father because I think I would be a good father. Now, am I ready today? Am I ready tomorrow? You never know when you're ready. You can think you're ready, you can read 1,000 books, and then freeze because the baby is crying and you don't know what to do. I'm like, oh, I read this. No, dude, yeah, that happens, right? Yeah, I wanted to take today, and again, it wasn't planned. I was supposed to do this tonight. I had a plan to do it tonight, but I'm gonna do it because I have to do this to my father. So this is the best father-son moment you can have because it's Father Day, So yeah, and it's all part of the grand scheme of thing, which is life. And you're like, okay, well, if it's in the card, it's in the card. If it's not in the card, it's not in the card. Sometimes, oh, for fuck's sake, see, I don't have the battery life, which is a shame because look at this. I wasn't planning to do it. Unless it's a couple random fucking I was just chilling, getting further, and my new picture is so. Oh. It's not me talking. So.
Zoom in this area and do even more. Thank you very much. Awesome.
But that's it, the video pretty much. like there's not a lot to say because there's so much uncertainty. There's so much you don't know what being a father is until you're a father yourself. You don't know what it implies until you have kids yourself. You have people with kids, and you're like, oh, dude, this kid doesn't stop crying. The parent doesn't do a good job. But then you have a kid yourself, and it happens the same thing. I need the pen, but there's nowhere to be found. Or the remote.
What happened? What? I did a jump attack on the big guy, and then somehow another guy grabbed me. It didn't even make sense. I can't see. Right.
So yeah, so because of the music, I'm gonna have to stop.
Tell what was going on. I did a jump attack on the big guy, staggered him, and a little guy jumped out of nowhere and grabbed me and did a combo. I wasn't supposed
But I'll
to
do a video
go
tomorrow
there. I can't see shit
about that.
anymore.
So, wishing every single dude's a happy Father's Day, happy future father, a happy Father's Day. You guys rock. You guys freaking rock. Confidence is always key. See? Battery's dead. Shit.
Why can't I hit him? Stupid. Not challenging at all, but still the wonky hitboxes, the bad reactions, and all the fucking bullshit that stacks against you makes you lose because the game is fucking stupid. Amazing. What an amazing boss. Totally haven't fought this guy 700 times before, right? Yeah, I know there's a giant tie when it comes to the vest. So here's what we're going to do. End poll. I'm just going to put on whatever vest I want since there's a four-way tie. Went crazy with revenge and died doing so. Oh, how exciting. Anyway. There we go. Why am I wearing camo? Because it matches the hat. It's that simple. Now we got a matching outfit. Okay. You are my bitch. Thank you for the free money, dummy. And you can lick my balls. An anonymous tipper took me $1.50 accusing me of using guides. I'm not using guides, as I've already stated. I don't use guides. Now, I have openly admitted that I'm watching some other people play this game, but I'm only trying to watch people who are behind me. There's been one or two instances, I did this last night, where someone went to an area I've already been and found an item I missed, so I went back and got one last night. But no, I'm not using the guide, and anyone who says that I am, you're a fucking idiot, speculating shit just to try to prove your own narrative, that's completely incorrect. So, fuck you. Okay. Zero damage. Wait, it did do damage. He's not the boss. I don't like this. I didn't do that. Oh. Shit. I got killed. He's not the boss. It says Spirit Caller Snail. Oh, this is a variation of that knight from earlier. This guy also has wings like a dragon. No other target in the room. Alright, his attacks are super broad. Stupid wide attacks. I just gotta learn how to dodge them. Alright, let's just start fighting everyone. Here we go. Ready? Everyone who's complaining, goodbye. Goodbye. Who's next? Here we go. There's another one. Okay, goodbye. I've had enough. Really, I've had enough people complaining about nothing, so you're just all gone. Every one of you. I don't even care. People who are going to be here be a toxic influence on my playthrough, you're not welcome anymore. So, 1, 2, 3. Here's another one. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye, toxic influences who just want to sit here to complain constantly. Goodbye. Okay. So, please forgive me for 1 second while I take out the trash in the stream chat. There we go. Oh, I'm not grumpy at all, Stealth and Shadows. I'm just, I keep telling people I'm laying down the law with this shit, and I'm not going to be putting up with toxic people. There's a lot of toxic people in this playthrough. Every little thing. Oh yeah, that's a trap. Every little thing that I do is something wrong. I'm cheating, or fuck you. Seriously. Oh, I did it again. Oh, you fucker. Ran away. Oh, nice move. I couldn't move. Wow. So I got cheated because when you get knocked off your horse in this game, you can't move. So I got locked on the ground. I could not get up. He actually used the technique, which was really cool. It's the new technique in this game. You block and you do a counterattack after a successful block, and he got me good with it. Nothing I can do because he's going to keep chucking the firebomb down and keep killing me. There's the summoner. Well, if I can aim and hit him with a lightning bolt, maybe we can put an end to this bullshit, right? If I can hit that fucker with a lightning bolt, maybe we'll do it. And that was annoying. It's not even challenging, it's just stupidly annoying. Summoner. He was here before. Now he's not here. There he is. What? I lost my entire health bar for no reason. The blade didn't hit me. I just lost my entire health bar. Great. I hit the tag again. This is stupid. Wow. I can't move. Look at this. I'm stuck. I can't move at all. I didn't even press that. What the fuck? I can't move. The camera stuck me in the corner and I couldn't do anything at all. Congratulations, I didn't even get to see the boss or fight him because the game stuck me in the corner and the camera wouldn't fucking unstick, so I couldn't see or move. Wow, that's great gameplay right there. That's top-tier stuff. That's classic From Software bullshit. Fucking terrible. How do you tell me that was a legit fight? I couldn't move my body or the camera. I was stuck in the corner. That was incredibly fucking stupid. From Software. Fucking idiots.
Shut your mouth, dude. Shut your fucking mouth with the name of the company. It's so annoying.
Where there was a chest I could store items in.
If you don't like those games, don't play them. If you don't like the company, don't play the company. So what hard about that?
That was a bad choice. You blocked it. a new one. Death Blighted. That's definitely a new one. Death Blighted. Well, that was really worth using, wasn't it? Wow, that rune arc lasted a while. Super useful. Oh my god. Anyway. What the? You sit at the side of Grace and stop posing like a jackass? I still... Here goes his magic now. Fuck that up, because there's a pot in the way. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that it was going to cause an explosion. That sucks. If I had known that, I would have